Okay, we are back and we're going for the truck series MRs.
How do we ensure families facing food insecurity get access to their food? We need to move food in schools. Amazon knows how to do that. They have helped deliver 12 million meals to parents.
We put a lot of work recently into our newly updated studio, and we can't wait to give you a tour. Come on. Hey, we're super excited to show you the studio and how we make all our videos. Let's go. Every square inch of this place has to be utilized, including the corners, which is why we've acoustically treated this one, and we have all of our batteries and chargers in the walls. That way, when we're working, we know what's charged and what's not at a glance. Let me take you over to this corner for our first set where we shoot the show Commercial Directors React. You might recognize this barnwood wall, which is actually reclaimed barnwood, which is kind of cool. We have everything in the studio is movable. So this is actually not a real table, it's just a tabletop. We can store a lot of our gear here. We can pull these paper backgrounds down if we want to change the color. But we also shoot a lot more than just random in this studio. Check it out. Background it's used for my wife's YouTube channel, Goulash Thread, so check that out. You might have thought anytime you see us with a solid color behind us that it's just a wall, but usually it's just paper. Welcome to FAO Schwartz, China. This is a set that we built to look a little bit like the FAO Schwartz store in New York City. It's just a miniature version. So we shoot a lot of the commercials that we make for FAO Schwartz right here in this set. We use the table and the backdrop, and we just kind of give it that feel for the brand. It's kind of cool. This is a really cool product. Welcome to the living room. Now, you might have thought that when you see this set, we are in one of our houses or apartments, but it's really just a fake paneling wall that looks like brick, it's painted white, and a bunch of IKEA furniture. The reason we went with this furniture is it's all easy to move and lightweight. That way, this room can become whatever we want it to be. We have some in the shop over there. Good. Go. All of our production gear along this wall has to be easily accessible. So we've got lenses, mini tripods, props, grip gear, tripods, clamps, everything you need to make a video, especially whiteboards. More importantly, we have our great production boards. It's got a fridge, coffee maker, everything we need to stay physically alive, but it kind of keeps it a little noisy in here. So we set it up to go all the set, right on the set. Ready to go. Everything turns off that makes noise, the lights turn off, and the recording light on the outside turns on. Ready to roll. This is where we do a lot of our thinking. We brainstorm, we hang out, we eat our lunch here, and we talk to people that we want to stay there. Now we're really excited to show you what we've been working on all week. Yeah, this is really cool because this is kind of our office space, and we've renovated the entire place because we want to be creative in here, and it's got to be conducive to that. But it also has to be really functional. Meaning this is also our podcast setup, so we can move these computers out of the way, work on all of our microphones, work on the lights, and get right to podcasts. Last but not least, you probably recognize this set from all of our videos. We call it the confession booth. This is what we use to tell you our inner thoughts. It's kind of our inner monologue. If we have an idea to get across to get back on camera, how we do it. All we have to do is just hit record on this camera. It's set up and already ready to go all the time. The light is nice looking on the person sitting in this chair, and it works for the rest of the room too. So thanks again, Aperture, for that. Yeah, we can get a lot more technical into how we make videos, so let us know in the comments as to what you want to see, and we'll cover that in a future video. For now, thanks for stopping by and letting us show you the studio. Hey, I'm John, I'm Dave, and I'm super excited for this brand new series where two best friends who have made a lot of commercials in their career are going to watch and comment on a bunch of ads. And we don't know what we're going to see today, but we know it's going to be something along the lines of toy commercials from our childhood. Let's do it. Let's go. First up, here we go.
In this video, I'll be explaining to you why in road racing, people tend to run with non-collide scripts. Non-collide meaning that driver 1 is not able to hit driver 2 and that everyone is able to drive each other in the race. You may be wondering, why can't we just have collisions and be able to ram other drivers or just run side by side with each other? Why do we have to drive to each other? Why can't we run with each other? To answer this question, we first need to understand how road protections work. Basically, if you decide to move your character, other players will need your updated position, because your character changes position when you move your character. When you move your character or do an action, your game will send data to a robot server, which will then to the other players' games. This is so other players will actually get to see your movement. This does not happen instantly, however, because that piece of data of your character moving has to travel a certain distance in real life, so they have to run through a cable to get from place A, your player, to place B, the other player. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but according to Roblox, it takes on average about 0.3 per second to send your data to other players. Therefore, your character movement is delayed by about 0.3 per second on someone else's screen. At the same time, you get to see the movements of other players 1.3 seconds late. This also applies to cars. Let's imagine that there are two players. One of the players is driving the blue car while the other player is driving the red car. Imagine that those two players press their W key at the exact same time in real time. That means that their cars should both stop moving at pretty much the exact same time. From the server's perspective, and often from the perspective of a spectator as well, so from the player who is spectating drivers use their cars, those two players do move in sync. However, when we start looking from the perspective of the player in the blue car, we will see that he gets to move first on his screen, the other player's movement being delayed. When we start looking from the perspective of our player in the red car, we will see the exact opposite. Here he is, the one pulling away first, with the player in the blue car falling behind. In this example, the delay between the two players is 0.2 seconds, not 0.3 seconds. This difference can be more extreme in actual gameplay. I think some of you might understand how this translates to collisions as well. For those who don't understand or are struggling to wrap their heads around it, let's have a look at some jailbreak gameplay. Yes, jailbreak. In jailbreak, we can actually collide with other cars, so this would be a good example. Have a look at it. In the first clip, we can see me trying to ram another player from behind. This does not end well for me. What is happening is that I do hit the player from my perspective, but not from his perspective. If I want to ram another person off the road or off the track, I have to drive in front of him on my screen, then cut right in front of him. I have to be a certain distance ahead of him in order to make this work. Depending on the internet connection and how fast we're going, this required distance can vary. Sometimes I have to be a little further ahead of the person, and sometimes I have to cut just literally distance. What's this with people are going to collide on each other unintentionally? As a member of the road racing community who has been around before the introduction of anti-collision scripts, basically before anti-collision groups existed on Roblox, I can tell you that league racing and racing in general with collisions often result in a lot of frustrated drivers because of all the unintentional collisions that are happening on track. Now, there is actually a way around this, well, sort of, because this solution has a downside. That solution is that your own movement gets delayed as well. However, this comes at a drawback of having to deal with input delay.
A lot of times, You gotta think, this was all halfway done before the true. They really mentioned again, with those camera angles from the 90s, everything was crazy wide angle. They're coming through everybody's face. Everything that was bad, they made the push and a really wide, like almost fisheye angle. Look at this camera angle. This is everything we've been talking about.
Will you?
Sideways and very low key, which means the shadows are dark, they are right now. The basement, I guess. The basement is so dark down there. Some pretty good visual effects there. Yeah, see all through the wires. Watch this kid's face as he gets the shock to his game boy. Now, obviously, the electricity comes from the case is not real. That's all added later. But this bright light gets shown on his face, and now that you can't really fake very easily. So that's real. On the set, they have to shine the light in his face and to light down. Yeah, they blasted him with a big blue light. Yeah, that definitely hits different. Maybe next time Nintendo don't just make light of, biological warfare. 2020 woke Danny understands that, but 1992 Danny really wanted to get back in the system. Forget it. Check it out. With the radio, I forgot about those things. Things like light speed. I'm just cruising around Saturn. Now they're underwater. Does it matter? No. Jungle? Dinosaur jungle? Because so it was a bike with a radio, not the radio for your bike. I never had one of those, but I remember wanting one so bad. I remember
Oh!
There's a lot going on here. Notice all the green screens. Like this whole thing is shot by in-depth garage, but clearly green screen. And there it goes. That space. They're flying. We're using ET techniques here. I mean, it's not even good green screen effects. Like, this isn't great. Dinosaur rainforest. What does this have to do with the radio? That's a good point. I don't really understand the connection between playing music or anything from the radio and traveling to different worlds and time periods. Or maybe if you had gone around the world to be like, play different tunes from the different world, like, to show you're going on an adventure. Maybe that's what they're doing at. You know what I bet's going on here? I bet Jurassic Park was really popular. Finally, like, how are we going to get dinosaurs into this commercial? They kind of pause in the there and then they keep going. Like, hey, do you see that velociraptor? Let's get out of here. The editing doesn't change. Like, clearly the editor just scooted them faster along frame. Can you imagine being the director? Okay, now look, to your right. There's a dinosaur right behind you, but you're all going to look towards the camera and be scared. And she kind of looks like a girl from Jurassic Park. I think they cast very intentionally because, I don't know, I think there's some overlap there. They're trying to capitalize on the success of JP. Yeah, that was awesome. Man, that was a blast from the past. Next, in Jurassic Park.
Oh, slap! Slap! Oh god! Yellow! Slap! Heck. No.
Yeah, like, if you got like a BTS is rocking that mocha again, like a lot of TikTok guys, maybe I'm old man and I don't understand it, but it's like, oh, remember, they're TikToking! Okay, so they're cutting in shots from the movie. These tiger games, so much fun, but they were never beat a single one. They're incredibly hard. This is like a Nintendo Switch, but one game. Like, it looked horrible and hard, and you're never gonna win. They didn't show a lot of the actual gameplay, Making a 30-second commercial about something so simple, I feel like they did a really good job. Yeah, the kids have a short attention span, so that's a good job. There's some dinosaurs in there.
GP.
Oh, I know what it is. Yep, Stretch Armstrong's RJ. Oh, yes! Yeah, he was cooler than Stretch Armstrong. He held his position. He didn't stretch back. So, second era of Stretch Armstrong gave him a really cool bad guy who was basically this little bead-filled man that you sucked all the air out so that when you stretched it, it kind of stayed that way. I just love the idea of a supervillain that has to hook a vacuum to his head. Look at Stretch. He's in a tank top with cut. It's a shoot. I thought that was a woman when I first saw it. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought, oh, that's Stretch. Again, this is what my team of directors have got. All right, cameraman, got the shot lined up? Just tell me. No. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now just do some of these while you're doing that. But look at all the color, man. Look at that floor. Checkerboard, bright colors, shaky cameras. Like, nobody's anything ever looked like these rooms, but these rooms are always in toy commercials. I like the way they did. Like, again. Alright, this is a lot of fun, but we couldn't have done it without the help from our awesome sponsors. So check out this commercial right there. Find a germ-free way to share your candy with a Rocket Candy Dispenser by FAO Schwartz. Modeled after the iconic Rocket from our New York store, the golden candy shoe provides a touch-free way to dispense your favorite confections. Simply remove the nose cone and fill the fuselage with the candy of choice. Or share candy with your friends without sharing your germs. Keep your friends' hands out of the candy bowl with a Rocket Candy Dispenser. Make sure to subscribe if you like the birthday video. See you next time.
I'm on the fan!
Are you feeling married? Yeah. Okay, good. You don't know how this works, do you? Orange soda with Oreos? It's supposed to be taking up the ice cream. You gotta not take up ice cream. You gotta get easy. You gotta scrape it off. I also don't understand the point of good simple nutrition that comes together because that's how it's good stuff. This is not very cinematically real cool. Yeah. Right there, no cap. I know the stuff back.
That's it?
They just passed down the river by the fireplace. Look at the side. He clearly is that. That's a hardwood floor. Some mantle behind him. I'm not sure how they did that. Maybe it was just a stuff guy. Yeah, and they stuff guy behind that door. But he like, put right down. Like it's gold. A lot of these shots have something in the foreground as if the camera, the home,